Alright, so hi guys! This is our last topic for developing SQL databases. At ang topic natin for tonight ay ang optimizing performance for database instances part 1. So let's proceed with exercise 1, working with TempDB database. So the TempDB is a system database that stores all types of database objects such as user-defined tables, indexes, global and local temporary tables, and so on. So the TempDB database does not allow you to perform certain tasks. So some of them are as follows. So task 1, configure the TempDB database to optimize the performance. So in this task, we will perform the following operation by executing certain system queries in TempDB database natin. So gagawin natin to lahat later on. So step 1, ensure you have powered on the required devices and connect to Plab SQL 01. So step 2, from the Plab SQL 01, click natin tong Microsoft SQL SQL management server natin. Then dapat ang server type natin is database engine and ko-connect natin siya sa Plab SQL 01. And then connect. Bawasan natin ito. Okay. Ayan. So the SQL Server Management Studio open. So in the Object Explorer, click to expand databases folder. And to select the database from the list of the databases, click to expand system database. Alright. Then right click TempDB. Right click. And then click properties. Ayan. So step 5, the database properties, TempDB dialog open. So in the left pane under select a page, click options. Ayan. Then in the right pane, ensures that the recovery model is set to simple. Ayan. So nakaset na siya automatically sa simple. So click OK to close dialog box. So click OK natin. Yan. So note, the simple recovery model is the most basic recovery model in SQL Server. It does not require any log backups. So step 6 tayo, create tayo ng panibago nating query. And then, so to review the temp database size and file growth parameters, ito yung kailangan natin. Alright. Walang na-type, sorry. So this is a system query. The query displays the file name, file, size, growth value, and growth increment. So run natin ito. Ayan, so the query run successfully and the result set is displayed. So step 8 tayo. To create a new query, create tayo ng panibago natin query. And lapag natin ito. So this is a system query. The query displays the free space and free pages available in TempDB database natin. So the free space is calculated in megabytes. So let's see. Ano natin? Yan. So the query successfully, the result set is displayed. So ito yung free space na meron pa tayo sa MB natin. So note, the result is dynamic in nature and can differ in a production environment. So step 9 tayo. Pita ng panibago nating query. So this is a system query again. So the query determines the longest running transaction. So alright, so may messages dito na lumabas na transaction underscore ID. Let's check if parehas ba. Alright, so parehas. So next tayo. So in exercise 2, working with dynamic management views tayo. So dynamic management views provide server state information that helps to monitor the database diagnose and troubleshoot any problems. So in this exercise, we will learn to work with dynamic management views. So task 1 tayo. Task 1 natin, we will obtain information on weight statistics. So when you troubleshoot the SQL Server performance, you must initially check for weight statistics. So the weight statistics include the concept of que and weights. So in this task, we will perform the following operation to obtain information on weight statistics. Alright. So in our Object Explorer, under System Database, click Master. Yan, create ng panibago nating query. Yan, so this is a system query executed in the master database. So the query displays the weight type details, weighting, task count, and so on. So execute natin. Ayan. So note the result dynamic in nature and can differ in production environment. Okay, then step 3, create ulit tayo ng panibago nating query. Then lagay natin ito. So this is system query. The query determines the amount of signal wait time from the total wait time. Then execute natin. Ayan. So the query runs successfully and the result is displayed. So step 5, create na panibago nating query. Alright. So this is a system query. So in this query, the DMV displays the currently active or block waiting task along with the duration, resource, and wait type. So there is an inner join created for system DM execute to request DMV on blocking connection session ID natin. Then execute natin. Right, so may blocking session, block session ID, blocking resource, wait duration, and resource description. So let's proceed to task 2. Dito sa task 2 natin, we will monitor and analyze storage and I/O issue. So step 1, to create a new query in the master database, from the query ribbon, click new query. Right, then lagyan natin ito. Alright. So this is system query. The data is retrieved from system.dm_io virtual file statistic DMV natin. So this query will help to determine the busiest database in terms of data input and output. So the query displays the file statistic for each database file along with the input or output information for reads, writes, and total. So execute natin. Ayan. Right, so to view all the columns in the results, scroll horizontally from left to right. Ayan. So ito po lahat ng result na mayroon kanina. And step 3 tayo, create tayo ng panibago nating query. So this is a system query. The query determines the amount of data traffic for each file in the selected database. So execute natin. Ayan. So the system query is typed in the new query pane. So step 4, create tayo ng panibago nating query. So this system query, the system DM_OS weight statistic DMV is queried. So the query displays the large weight statistics such as weight types, weighting, task count, and so on. So execute natin. Ayan. So close all the query windows without saving the queries. So step 5 tayo. In the Object Explorer, right click Plab SQL 01. And from the context menu, click Activity Monitor. Ayan. So, the activity monitor pane opens, so click data file IO. Yan. So, notice the details that are displayed. So, from my end, walang displayed. I don't know why. Ayan. So, late pa lang lumabas. So, meron. So, close the activity monitor pane. Alright. So, step 7 to generate the IO report in the Object Explorer. Right click Plab SQL01. So from the context menu, click report, then standard reports, and then performance top queries by total IO. Yan. So yan. The report is generated and displayed, so read and review the report information. So right, close all the pins down and proceed tayo sa next. So yung last exercise natin, exercise 3, working with memory manager. So the memory manager component of the SQL Server dynamically determines the allocation of the memory for the database. So there are many server configuration options to set up the memory usage, such as index create memory, minute server memory, max worker threads, minutes memory per query, and so on. So in this task, we will learn to work with the memory manager component of the SQL Server natin. So task 1, optimize the memory configuration. So step 1 tayo. So the Object Explorer under System Databases, click Master. Kita ng panibagong query. Alright, so the query determines the current memory allocation in the selected database. Then, yan, run natin. So, query run successfully. So, 1489. Okay. So, step 2, to create a new query from the query ribbon, click New Query. Then, type natin tong following. So, the query displays the object names, counter names, and counter values for the respective objects. So, execute natin. Okay. So, step 3 tayo. In the Object Explorer, right-click Plab SQL01 and click natin tong properties. And then, the server properties Plab dialog box opens. Then, the left pane under select page, click natin tong memory. Yan, to set the maximum SQL Server memory as 4 GB. 4 GB in the maximum server type in MB tac. Max type. The maximum server memory. Ayan. Type natin itong 4096. 4096. Then click natin tong OK. Alright. Then in the Object Explorer, I click Plab SQL01. Then click natin tong reports and standard reports and memory consumption. Ito. Alright. Ayan. So the memory consumption report is generated and displayed in the right plane. So to view the memory usage by the component, scroll down the memory consumption report pane. Alright, so ito lahat ng data na mayroon tayo. So, I think that's it, and thank you for listening.